In this segment, we are going to expand what we have learned about Europe in the Middle Ages to explore how this era set the stage for the Age of Exploration. Let's begin by considering the global position of Europe during the Middle Ages. Compared to other regions, particularly Asia, Europe was somewhat of a backwater, politically fragmented, socially stratified, and economically underdeveloped. This meant that trade, especially with the advanced civilizations of Asia, was quite limited. The Europeans simply didn't have much that Asians wanted. There were some overland trade routes, most notably the Silk Road, these red lines on our map here. These routes were established by the Mongols and did connect Europe with the riches of the East, albeit minimally. At the same time, there was a thriving maritime trade network operated by Muslim traders. They connected East Asia with the east coast of Africa, but again, Europe was largely left out of this lucrative exchange due to their lack of desirable goods. In the 1450s, the King of Portugal sponsored the development of new technologies that would allow Europeans to sail away from the sight of land. Before this, European sailors dared not lose sight of the coastline for fear of getting lost. They lacked navigational tools such as the astrolabe or the cross-staff, which are crucial for open-sea voyaging. With these inventions, however, sailors could now navigate by the stars, which opened up the vast and unpredictable ocean for exploration. And what did they find? The Azores and the Canaries. These islands were conquered and their populations enslaved. Interestingly, the enslaved people were white, indicating that slavery at this point was not associated with race, but about exploiting whatever labor was available for profit. As Portuguese explorers continued to sail, they were drawn around Africa by legends of a place so wealthy that its king was said to be covered in gold, El Dorado. Their explorations eventually led them around the Cape and into the Indian Ocean, where they encountered the trading routes long operated by Muslims. Armed with superior technology, like brass cannons, the Portuguese were able to dominate these routes and establish a carrying trade. Think of it as an early modern version of UPS. They transported goods from one place to another, traded them for something else, and continued this process until the wealth flowed back to Portugal, making it a significant trading power. By the time of La Reconquista in 1492, what little trade there was between Asia and Europe was controlled by the Italians and the Portuguese. Overland trade was dominated by the Italians, Venetians, and Genovese, while maritime trade was controlled by the Portuguese, who had their advanced navigation technology to offer. With the rise of Spain, a new, aggressive nation appeared on the scene, eager to expand. But expansion options were limited. How was Spain to respond? Please proceed to answer the questions in the assignment on Canvas. If you have any questions, you can post them in the open forum discussion or contact the professor using Canvas email.